And it's time for a conversation that we hold monthly with the folks from the Indiana County Veterans Providers Group, one of my favorite groups there is out there. And Diann Overman is on the line with us, and Lisa Spencer from the Department of Human Services joins her. We're going to try to conference the two of them together. Sometimes this works, sometimes it doesn't. Let's find out. Diann, you are there?
I'm here.
All right, let's find out if Lisa stays. Lisa, you are there.
I am here.
How about that? It worked.
That's success.
Twice in a row. We've not, especially with Diann's segments. It's not been a really smooth process lately, but we got you both now. Hey, Diann, by the way, our conversation brought to you by Marcus and Mack, a law firm representing injured people. Diann, we think about veterans services, and sometimes there are things happening that aren't specifically targeted at veterans, but they end up falling into the subset. And they are people that really do have an application, and that's the case with the point-in-time survey, isn't it?
Absolutely, and that really encompasses a lot of the partners that are part of our group. You know, they don't necessarily provide services just to veterans, but veterans fall under that umbrella, you know, all the time. So they become partners. But Lisa's going to talk a little bit about that point-in-time count for Indiana County. It's a little bit different this year, but we will be meeting. The Veteran Providers Group will be meeting this afternoon via Zoom. Mm-hmm. So there's some exciting things going on. Of course, the Veterans Parsonage Homeless Sleep Out will again occur in February. That will be from the 8 o'clock on Saturday, February 19th, until 8 o'clock on February 20th. You know, that sleep out happens in front of Walmart. It's to raise awareness and funds for our local Veterans Parsonage here in Indiana, and to shed some light on the homeless veterans problem that plagues, you know, across the nation. Yeah. So the parsonage is looking forward to people coming out and support. That's always a very successful fundraiser. So we invite people to come out and visit the veterans that are going to be sleeping out that night. Hopefully we won't have the temperatures we're going to have later this week, but they're diehards, and they'll do it for awareness. So. Yeah.
And your next appearance here will be a couple of days ahead of that, so we'll focus even more upon that event.
Right. We'll share some more about that. And, of course, always visit our Veteran Providers, Indiana County Veteran Providers Group on our Facebook. Always have that information up to date and see what's going on for veterans across the county.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So is it time for us to turn our attention to Miss Lisa?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's visit with Lisa Spencer from the Department of Human Services. A couple of weeks ago, Lisa, you were here talking about the point-in-time survey. It is at this time every year, and for people who don't know what the point-in-time survey is, it's a federally mandated thing, isn't it?
Yes, this comes down from HUD at the federal level, and every county across America in every state has to conduct this count. It's mandated to do annually, and Pennsylvania always chooses the last Wednesday of January to do this. It has to be done in the wintertime. But this year it's a little bit different because the HUD and the COC has just come out and told us that the point-in-time count's actually going to be on pause this year unless counties are ready to go and they want to move forward with it. Mm-hmm. But the reason that they did that was all the surges in the COVID variants around the country. But Indiana County, we've decided to move forward with our count because we know that we have people that are outside. We've done so much outreach to different businesses and organizations, and we're aware of some different places to look. We also told Indiana County that we were going to be out that night, you know, looking for people. And right now it looks like it's going to be -3 when Sheriff and I are driving around. So that's extreme temperatures to be outside in. So we definitely want to see if we can help anybody on that evening. But just so you know, we've actually helped a few people already this week. So I'm really proud to tell you that the Crisis Line and ICAP have worked together to house an individual yesterday. I know that the Veterans Providers Group really busy with their emails trying to help a veteran and his family stay housed. So things are happening behind the scenes, and that's just really great teamwork from all these organizations.
Yeah, one of the interesting things is the point-in-time survey is not specifically to say, okay, here's somebody, let's get this person taken care of right now. It's more to identify who might be out there and is homeless, and then to offer that person the opportunity to find some help. But the natural offshoot of finding somebody who's in trouble is to help them, and so you've got those materials and those resources available to help whoever it is if they choose to ask for the help.
Right. They have to be willing to accept the help. We cannot force people to, come inside, although, -3, it might be a little bit easier to convince somebody to take a warm shelter instead. The thing is, I guess the federal government's looking for trend data like every year so they can compare where, the problems are for people experiencing homelessness. And that does kind of go to a funding issue when it comes down for different, through our HAP programs and different things for our grants. So it does kind of affect what we're doing, but in the past, veterans have been a targeted group because everyone just feels that, anybody who served our country should never be at risk for homelessness. So there was a real big push on veterans, and then youth became a big push as well. So those are the two groups that we're still really trying to focus in on, but we're helping everybody.
And as a military mom and being involved with the military pretty much all your life, you're plugged in to what the military members are experiencing, whether they're homeless or whatever their issue might be. So you're a good person to have in place for something like this. But for the fact that you're involved with the Department of Human Services, you've got all of those resources available. So if you were to talk to people out there who might not be a homeless person listening to the radio this morning right now, but somebody who might know of somebody who's in need of help, what would you say to them? How should they go about finding the help for their friends?
I think the most important referral that anybody could make is to send them to ICAP. They are the lead housing agency in Indiana County. Their number is 724-465-2657. And that is the very first place to start because right now it's a little bit tricky because we do not have the 24/7 shelter, so we don't have the after-hour numbers going as much because of COVID restrictions. So we had to change up how we're doing our 24/7 shelter at this time. But during the day, if they call over to ICAP, they can try to have a homeless case manager come out and speak to somebody and try to secure some housing for them as quickly as possible. I know yesterday it was within, I would say, a half an hour to 45 minutes, the person knew that they could be housed. So it can happen quickly when there's room available. And we just want people to know there are options out here. There is help out there, and, you just have to reach out and accept some of the help.
Yeah. Diann, you're still there, right?
I sure am.
Okay. We have spoken about this in the past, Diann Overman, about veterans and the number one, their training is such that they're much better equipped to survive in extreme circumstances than other people are. But number two, there's also a reticence on their part to take advantage of some of the services that are offered. And we've talked about why that is and some various solutions for it. But this is a case right here where this help is something that is out there and it's just waiting for them, and we really need to find a way to get through to them.
We do, and a lot of veterans that I speak to have this notion that I don't want to take those services. Maybe somebody else needs them more than I do, and that's not kind of the way the military services work. You don't take from somebody else. There's not like a pot of money that runs out after a certain period of time. Our veterans are entitled to services, and they are entitled to their benefits. They served our nation. So, we want them to know that reaching out is not, it's a hand up. We're there to provide those services. We had an incident this week where our group reached out for a veteran that was on the hinge of being homeless, and, we had the flow of resources that came in on that email. We instantly were able to help that person. Indiana County is very unique in that way that we do have this close network of resources that meets on a monthly basis. But, that's not just Indiana County. We reach beyond our county, too, and we have partners that have come from all different parts of southwestern PA to join us in those efforts. So, again, I've had people say, if I'm going to be a veteran that needs some type of resource, I hope I land in Indiana County. And we hope that our veterans know that we appreciate their service and that we honor their service here in Indiana County.
Absolutely. Lisa Spencer, tell us again the parameters for the survey, the point-in-time survey.
So basically what we'll be doing is going out on January 26th through the evening. Sheriff and I will meet up around 5:30 to begin, and we'll be going to all different parts of, mostly to mid to southern part of the counties. We have people who have volunteered to drive through the different areas up in the northern part of the county. So what's going to happen is if Sheriff and I come across somebody, we will try to secure the housing with them. If somebody who's volunteering for us is driving around and they can call my number, then Sheriff and I will go meet them and we will take over and try to secure housing. We do want to thank everybody that we had sent surveys to for the townships, the boroughs, the churches, fire departments, police departments. We've actually received back several good different inquiries about where we can go look. So that was very, very helpful, and that what kind of shapes our path on that evening. So
I think
it'll be a cold one, so think of us out there.
Yeah.
It's always a little bit cold.
Well, I'm sure there are many people who would be surprised by what even the definition of a homeless person is, but it's good to see that there are people out there looking out for them and literally looking for them with the point-in-time survey. Lisa Spencer, Diann Overman, thank you both.
Thank you, Todd.
Thank you so much, Todd, because we do know that we have people living in their cars in our county. We know that we just can't see our homeless, but we really do want to let the county know. We are well aware that not everybody is housed in our county, but we are doing the best we can. And if anybody is able to shed light on somebody in need of assistance, please call ICAP.
Absolutely. All right, ladies, thank you so much.
Thank you, Todd.
Have a great day.
It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS 101.1 FM and AM 1160.